What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you another episode of Local Diaries. So let us swing right on in. So for this episode of Local Diaries, we're going to be like everyone else, and we are going to play Branded. So I know everyone is now playing this deck because the Chronicle Structure deck, and honestly, I love the hype. I have been playing Branded since the original Albaz Strike Structure deck came out. Fell in love with it. We've never actually played it on this channel before, but we have had it sitting in our corner as our pet deck for a really long time. And now we're finally going to bring it out of the woods and play it as Branded Despia. I know it's going to be the standard norm maybe of what this deck will look like, but honestly, I'm one of the opinion where there is no wrong way to play this deck. If you are a very skilled pilot, you know what you're doing. And sometimes it's easy just to turn off your brain and just go Branded Fusion. So let me show you the list that I've come up with. You'll probably see very similar lists out there. This is going to be a 60 card pile list, but nonetheless, it is one that we have crafted since the announcement of the structure deck and one that we're going to be rolling with until I come up with something kookier. So let me show you the list and we'll head to locals. All right, so again, I said this is like one of my pet decks. So it's going to be a 60 card pile. To start things off though, we're going to be playing 3 copies of the man, the myth, the legend himself, 3 copies of Fallen of Albaz. To complement him, we play 3 copies of Aluber, the Jester of Despia, just to get into our Branded Fusion. Playing 2 copies of Tri-Brigade Mercurier. I honestly like playing 2 copies of this. I think it's really solid. We're playing 1 copy of Spriggan's Kit, because it's all that you need. We are playing 3 copies of Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. This card is really great. 2 copies of Guiding Quem, 2 copies of Blazing Cartesia, 1 copy of Despian Tragedy, the most disgusting card of the deck, 1 copy of Faraz Disciple, 1 Rebellion, 1 Mag, and then 3 Saronir to round out the lore for the deck minus Faraz Disciple. Faraz Disciple, as you can probably guess, we are playing Albion the Sanctifier Dragon. No, we did not pick it up for that $43 price tag. We definitely did pick it up for $5 like a year ago when we got the card. Like I said, this has been like one of my pet decks. We've been like picking up pieces here and there. Cartesias were ones that we picked up long ago from Darkwing Blast when Bystials first came out. Then we do have a reprint copy too, because we were only able to get 1 copy, so. That's it for this. We do play some non-engine with 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Fua, with 1 copy of Callby. I just think these are just really necessary. Fualos to get a Strauss. Again, this is a 60 card pile, so the chances of us seeing it are going to be low, but not impossible. Same thing with Ash and Callby. And then the rest of the Branded, we are playing tons of Branded spells. Playing 3 copies of Branded Opening, 1 copy of Branded in Red, 1 copy of Branded Lost, 3 copies of Branded in High Spirits. Honestly, this is a card that when it first came out, I was very skeptical of, but now that I realize what it does, I love it. 3 copies of the newest card, the Fallen and the Virtuous. Love this card. This card is freaking insane. I think it's definitely a must-have, must-play card. And then this wouldn't be a Branded deck if we weren't playing 2 copies of Branded Fusion. As for the rest of our spells, we are playing 3 copies of Super Polymerization, because this card is so good. We are playing 3 copies of Fusion Deployment, 3 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust, because Structure deck gave us Thrust, so we're going to play it. We are playing 1 copy of Talent, 1 copy of Gold Sark, 1 Foolish Burial, and then 1 that Grass Like Screener. Because we are playing a 60 card pile, might as well play Grass. Moving to the last bit of cards being Strum Traps, we are playing 2 copies of Branded Retribution. I like playing 2 copies of it. You can drop it down to 1, but I think for a 60 card pile, playing it at 2 is a must. We are playing 1 Fusion Duplication and then 1 copy of that Blackout Lass. since we are playing Thrust in the main, playing Black-Go I think is really solid. So that is it for our 60 card pile here. If we move on to the extra deck, we are playing one Albion the Sanctifier Dragon, one copy of the Dragon that Devours the Dogma, one copy of Mirror Jade. So I was originally on 2, decided to drop it to 1. So far I haven't missed the second copy. Has let me play in more super poly targets like Secretarian Dragon, which is a really good card. One copy of Borreload Furious Dragon, which also another really good card. One copy of Rinbrum, one Despian Quiritus, 2 copies of Albion the Branded, one Granguinel Dragon, one Titaniclad, one Lubellion, one Chaos Star Source, one Garura, and one Mud Dragon of the Swamp. So I know a lot of people think Mud Dragon's like a drop, but for my locals, I like to play it because there are certain situations where Mud Dragon is really good, because you can't make the others. So, and trust me, I definitely wanted to find a way to play Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in this, but we are cooking up a Branded Shining Sarcophagus. It's still in the works until the new support comes out for Dark Magician, but we are cooking it up. Moving to the side deck, we are playing one Despian Proskinian in the side. I like this because it is another good one for Granguinel to go into. Also another super powerful target with one Despia monster, so Aliber plus any light and dark monster on the field. So using ours, using our opponents. We did want to find a way to play Guardian Chimera too, but the Agent package just felt really like you lose more out of that. And same thing with like getting Poly, so we decided to drop it and go for the build that we do have. But yeah. And then we are siding one copy of Bystial Druiswurm. I feel like Druiswurm in the main just wasn't good enough, but going in the side is still good if you wanted to see more Bystial names to, especially in the mirror, just kind of get rid of stuff in their graveyard. And then Branded, I think, is definitely associated with board breakers. So we are playing a lot of board breakers with 3 copies of Raigeki, 2 copies of Lightning Storm with 1 Duster, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More, 3 copies of Evenly Matched, and then 1 copy of Mischief of the Gnomes for Thrust. Mischief of the Gnomes is really just to kind of attempt to hurt Mitsurugi, any Xyz decks like K9 still floating around, with K9 Crystron. You know, being able to just set this, each hand is reduced by 1, banishing it, all monsters on the field reduced by 1, reduce the level of all monsters in each player's hand by 1, you know. Still I think is really good, being able to have that form of interaction just to be able to stop whatever you might see, but we'll see if it ever really comes up. But that is it for my list. Let's head locals and see how far we can go with the Fallen of Albaz.
All right, so here we are at Duke City Games. Yep, mic's on. Round 1, we play against Trivigrade Radiant Typhoon. Super cool to see this deck. Super cool. Game 1, he wins die roll, goes first. He is able to establish his board. We were able to break it through his Super Poly. We were able to break it with Fusion or Thrust. We had it all, and we just grinded. We also had access, or we had Branded Opening. We were able to get into Brand Fusion. We got rid of the Herald. We Mud Dragon. See, the one time the Mud Dragon comes up, we actually used Fallen of Albaz's effect to fuse off monsters from his side of the field. Super cool. Game 2, if you watch for pieces, the same ordeal. We opened up double evenly. We went straight to battle phase. He was like, wait, before battle, still in main. We'll go hop your squadron, makes Herald. I'm like, okay, evenly. He's like, okay, negate. Second evenly. He was not ready for the second evenly. He kept Revolt on the field, which was my guess. We drew into Black-Go last, which was really great because we were able to discard it. We were able to make Albion. He was able to break it. He breaks my board because I was not expecting the DD Crow. Should have expected the DD Crow. And we were like, okay, we have Thrust. What are we gonna? We just Thrust for Raigeki. He makes Shurig. He gets rid of my pit, books my Albion. I'm like, okay, we got Lubellion engraved. We could tribute over still because it just needs. Because we're like, okay, we can still do that. So I'm like thinking of Thrust. We Thrust. we start rifling through. I'm like, wait a minute, we have a discard. Fusion deployment, reveal Mirror Jade, special Albaz off of it. Big brain plays. So that's what we did. We got fusion deployment, reveal Mirror Jade, special Albaz. Albaz effect to fuse off Shreg, since the monster special summon from the extra deck. It was great. And we were able to full combo off and just like had enough combo. And then I knew the card he had in hand, which I messed up. I called Karis, not Fractal, and off of the Black Goat laughs, had I called Fractal, it definitely would have been game over. But he conceded because we just had enough gas. We had Mirror Jade banished still. We had the Branded loss. We put in special the Radiant Typhoons. And we just had gas. When we were going to get Rinbrum engraved, we could contact these again. It was beautiful. So we 2-0 sweep. We got 4 rounds tonight, so we got 3 more to go. Let's see what we go with Brandon. So round 2, we play against Tessina. And let me tell you, game 1, we opened up just 2 Brandon High Spirits, Despia Tragedy, Fall of Albaz, and something else. It was not very useful. So we take a quick, easy lose. Game 2 is very similar. Talents, 2 fusion deployments, Ash Blossom, and Albaz. We go fusion deployment, push for Artesia, fusion Albion effect, we go spells. We talent, draw 2, drew in the last deployment and a Brandon High Spirits. Not good. So, and then he just comboed off and killed us. So, the one problem playing, I was hoping the draw would give us like Super Poly or something, because we could have just, but it is what it is. We tried so hard, but it just wasn't enough. We're taking out 2 more rounds. Whew. Round 3 was a sweat. So game 1 took us 40 minutes. He was a true champion, a true scholar in game 2. So that way we didn't eat up into time. But we play against Ubel. We lose die roll, he goes first, and boy, we grinded so hard. Thankfully we drew Super Poly for turn. Super Poly'd his board. But like that just wasn't enough. We Branded opening into Alibur, and like we were able to just grind it. Like, oh my gosh. Secretarian coming in clutch, being able to recycle my dragons and spellcasters. Being able to recycle those was so good. But it was just so rough. Being able to reset the Dogmatica card off of Retribution was also really good. The Branded Dogmatica card, the Fallen and the Virtuous. Because boy, getting rid of Nightmare Throne and Nightmare Pain was the key. There's only so many times I can banish his U-Bells and he brings it back with Nightmare Throne. But yeah, it was such a grind, man. It was painful. We managed to take the win after we got rid of his Pain, his Throne, and his U-Bells. I was like, oh my gosh, how many of these I'm gonna have to get rid of? And thankfully we got rid of them. Yeah, I kept hoping for Super Poly because we still had a Garura that we could have used, but didn't see the second one or the third. Such a grind. We have 1 more round left. 1 more. All right, so last and final round. We play against Exosister. So I mean, we're playing against all the rogue decks tonight. Game 1, he goes first. He wins die roll, and we just break it. We have 2 Super Poly. Drew for the 3rd one. Had the way to get Branded Fusion. Didn't need to. He drolled me, and we were able to just make Mirror Jade using Super Poly fusion deployment. So gorgeous. Game 2, I decided to go second. He makes me go first. So I get rid of my Raw's Disciple, so that way I can't Sanctifier him. He then proceeds to evenly me after I set up a decent board. But re-grinded Super Poly. 4th. We took 4th. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, we had Super Poly. He evenly, we keep the Super Poly. I wait till he makes more Exosister board. Super Poly, Garura, and then we just grinded back out. Had enough for TK, and we took it. So pretty good. I am definitely loving this deck. I don't know if I'll play 60 again, but like 60 was definitely the way to play. So that's it for this Local Diaries, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys would like to see next. We do have a deck that I really want to show. Next week, we got an OTS Tour Championship, so we're hoping to participate in that. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I have an idea of what I like to play, but I'd like to hear what you guys would like to see. So I'll pass it over to you.